I love you, Talianana Brava. Welcome and mahalo, all busted Brava babies, to this transmutation entitled Transition Suck. So here she is, finally landed. Not in Hawaii, no, in transition headquarters called Bed-Stuy, right between the big mural and the two artisanal coffee shops. If any neighborhood knows about being in transition and how much it sucks, hello, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. So, darlings, she is in transition from LA to Hawaii by way of father's casa, little tiny studio in Bed-Stuy. And in the interim of clearing out my entire space that I had lived in for 7 years, the place that had birthed me, my home away from home, where I first felt what it is to be loved by a family, which means being alone, not having any roommates, getting to be my family of one, my favorite person, me. A place I love, I do love. To let go of something we love is so hard, right, my friends? In the trust of what? Being in that open space, it freaks us the fuck out. Trusting that something better is coming, yes, allowing something in, it's not fucking easy. So in that transition, yes, she became severely anemic, malnourished, body stopped accepting nutrients, went on the carnivore diet. All I've eaten for the last 13 days has been beef, water, and salt. I'm not joking. I had to break up with my longest term relationship, my most hot relationship, my most inspiring relationship, my relationship with caffeine, my favorite boo. I had to leave him 12 days ago, and it's been traumatizing to experience the feelings of suck. Okay, cuties? And then the other thing that happened is I took all of my belongings, I took them all out of drawers, so no drawers allowed. I went through each piece and I decided if I would keep packed, and I was like, bitch, you gotta go back. And I went back and I threw. There are some very lucky locals in the Silver Lake region, because she just started spewing bags of gorgeous attires just out on the street corners, just praying that some lucky little darling who fit her size was gonna come by and find. Okay, darlings, so I speak to the transition suck, because a lot of us might be in it right now, knowing it is a year of massive change. Okay, 2020 was the car crash, 2021 is the nose job. So if you are in a transition right now, can we all lean into the suck? Yes, embrace the suck, because in the suck is the evidence of growth and transition. Okay, cuties, you gotta prune the tree to make her grow. And don't feel good, and yet and still that is where we grow, where we develop new habits and patterns. Everything we do when we're in a period of transition is seeding in a new pattern if we so choose. So being very mindful. I used to walk right into the house and just throw my things wherever I maced, and now I walk in, I take off my shoes properly, I take off my jacket, I take off my keys, not to brag, see, she's becoming more of a habitually minded person. Every time we think, I should get up and get more salt, are you going to do that every 100 times you sit down? Yeah, because it's all she can have is salt and beef and water. But my cuties, what I'm saying is every action, think about it scaled. And we're going to talk about this when we get to your biz work at the retreat, April 9th platform. Everything you do now has to be scalable. So if you're doing one habit right now, think, if I do this every day, how would that feel? And then maybe you choose not to do or do. Transition suck, my friends. Here's the other thing about having no drawers in one's house. You see everything, you deal with everything. Compartmentalizing. I just watched the Tiger doc. He was a man who learned how to literally self-hypnotize himself at 14 in order to play golf well. He broke up with his three-year girlfriend over a letter because his parents thought it would interfere with his golf game. Okay, cuties? He's always been good at cutting people out of his life and moving forward and winning. And what did he find? So many fucking car crashes, literal, figurative, right, cuties? He's a man who just thought he could compartmentalize feelings, but what we compartmentalize sneaks up. So no monsters under the bed. Clear out from under your bed so you don't develop those monsters, because they're growing and they're going to catch up with you in the tabloids. Esquire or National Enquirer will be peaking those drawers. So no drawers. Live with the pain of the excess, the things that you don't like, and then deal. Everything that is clutter in your life is a choice you haven't made yet. That's not mine, but I like it, right? It's true. Make those choices. One, touch them. People, places, things. So I want you to dom time. Nothing helps you realize the nature of time like traveling time zones. Because, okay, cuties, if you are, every time you look at the clock, judging yourself based on how much you have gotten done, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yes, we know, cuties, right? When you're navigating time zones, you're actually able to recognize how malleable time is. Okay, cuties? And if every time you look at the clock, the time, you judge yourself based on how much you've done or not done, you are being domed by time. So we're going to switch that relationship. When I ask what time it is to my Alexa, I always ask, what time is she? Because I like to have her a little bit more personal, a little bit more of a like a bitch I can call upon. So what's your relationship with time? Okay, cuties? See if you can dom her by utilizing her and not letting her abuse you. She never tells you that you need to hurry in any way. So as you can feel and see and sense through my lack of presence on the social media sphere, and also through my lack of charisma and superpowers right now, she's anemic. She's suffering through a health crisis. Hopefully the carnivore diet will save her life. Get at Babsy Singer if you want to learn more about it. She's been my goo. And if you're a vegan, good for you. I need to eat meat to live right now. Okay. And so then we come to this idea of committing to surrender versus surrendering to commitment. Our friend Blair, beautiful astrologer, joined us and shared this concept with us back in the day on Be Brava Live. So I have lived my life in a surrender to commitment every day, showing up, right, for you, my serene multiverse. And right now, I'm finding myself more in a commitment to surrender. If you're in transition, this is a perfect opportunity to actually commit to surrender, to allow, to see what shows up. You know, to quote Lucia Brizzi, my altars, who's now running the retreats, by the way, to quote my altars Twitter feed from like 2019, we did a whole retrospective pre-move. 90% of writing is loitering. And so true with any creative work, that the majority of the work is the loitering, the thinking, the feeling. So get over the need to show up every day. Bitches who have a podcast who tell you, oh, it's all about consistency. Well, maybe their version of success is different from your version of success. And my version of success is richly unfolding and sparsely evolving in whatever way that takes for you. So if it means you need to take a month where you don't talk, if it means you need to do like an anemic live once a month, if it means you need to transition by hiding deeply in a cocoon, or spreading your seed and fucking all the boys in the state of Wisconsin or wherever you may be, you take your time, you do your thing, you transition with grace, you embrace the suck, because transitions do suck. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way, and I'll see you so very soon, my blessed Brava babies. Watch my vital signs, you'll see me get stronger every day. And get at me if you've ever tried the carnivore diet. It's a trap. Down a bloody, bloody lane. Ah! Okay.